you see wood grain and you see my beautiful hands, you know it's time to get down to business, but this time it's in a different fashion. This is a comparison between this beast to this beast right here, to these beasts right here, to this beast right here. Yep, we're going there. What is up, you guys? This is the Basement Gaming Nerd with another review or comparison. This time a comparison, probably my first time here, between all of these controllers, all of these standard controllers and pro controllers, no pun intended. And let's get down to that. Now let's start with the pretty much hands-on experiences with the Xbox One controller. Now, I'd never done a review on my channel of the Xbox One controller, but this controller, I always enjoyed it from the Xbox 360 line. It's always been one of my favorites. It's comfortable. It is pretty heavy, and they fixed most of the problems they had with the 360. The D-pad, first of all, the mushiness of the buttons. These, even though I haven't had much experiences with these, the previous Xbox 360, what do you call these, buttons, these shoulder buttons, would break. This one would break, and this was, from my experience, these haven't broken. Triggers, always the same, like them, pretty good. Thumbsticks, like them too, they haven't really broken on me. And to the PS4 line, always great. They improved the design, as I've stated before, for the PS3. No more feeling like it was cramped and small. The D-pad, always loved the D-pad for the PS4. Always been one of my favorites. And the buttons. Between these two button sets, I like these in terms of design and feel. They just feel very standard. Like them. This, I like this, but it's just that this thing breaks a lot sometimes. I had many experiences with this where these had broken. But that's only if you don't take very good care of your controllers. So you gotta be careful with that. And you can charge these. Yeah. Microsoft, please learn from your past mistakes. You still are making us freaking buy batteries or these things, which not a very big deal, but still, come on. And most of these though will cost like $10 to $20 if you can find good deals. Just be careful. Now we have these two. I'll get to that in a moment. Now, these two designs have improved beyond their predecessors in terms of ergonomics and control. There's many benefits to them. Not very much detrimental attributes to them, but all is good in here and in here. But in terms of the Switch controller, I kind of like these. It depends on the way I use it, though. When I use it like this, I have a place to put my hands. But when I use the tablet, I don't have much place to put my hands. You know what I'm talking about, right? The grip on the controller. This thing. Or this thing. But when I use it like that, I feel like my hands are have much more room. And when you have a place to put your fingers right here, you go rest your fingers right there on the trigger. Take it, the trigger it's nothing really special to it. It feels like a PlayStation 2 controller trigger, which is like a digital one, I believe. And design wise, it kind of looks like the PS4 controller, but nothing really special to them. Thumbsticks, I can't really get used to these thumbsticks. Nothing that special. It's just that they're too small for me. And the buttons. I don't like the way that these buttons, that they're directional D-pad or whatever. It just doesn't work for me. But all these problems are all fixed. Most of them, at least, are fixed with the Pro Controller. You have a D-pad, standard D-pad, bigger. At least I can see. Yeah, they seem to be bigger thumbsticks that feel much better, and they feel kind of like a stronger version of the PS4 controllers. The PS4 controller kind of feels, maybe it's just mine, it kind of feels like it's old or something. I like these. They feel much stronger. The buttons, standard. I like these. These buttons are always the best. Xbox kind of stole their design with the A, B, X, Y setup thing, but they just changed it. So all is good. Neighborhood right here, and you can charge it too, which is another upside to it. It's a USB Type C. Now, in terms of which one is the better controller, I can't really decide between that, you guys. These are all great controllers. The PS4, great D-pad, great buttons, great triggers, finally, and great shoulder buttons. And the grip is, got to be one of my favorite grips. The Pro Controller, great buttons, fix most of the problems with these. Still, these are not as great as a regular standard trigger, but still pretty good. Joy-Cons, you can be creative with these. You can hold them like this, and you can play 2 players. There's different ways you can use these with the D-pad, the tablet, the grip, or just use them freely. And you could use motion controls with them. And I like them. They can fit. If you have small hands, it fits really well. The Xbox One controller. Hope I didn't call it 360 throughout this. The Xbox One controller. Good thumbsticks. Good buttons. And overall, good feel to them. It feels like it could just go right in your hand, no matter what hand size you are, or size of your hands are. That sounds weird, but yeah, all of these, it's always been great to have an Xbox One controller. It always feels good in your hands. The buttons, always great. The D-pad, even though the previous one wasn't as great, has always been fine and standard. You know, when you think of controllers, you think of that. All of them have benefits to them, and all of them have attributes, bad attributes of them that makes them, you know, not want to have them or buy them. But most of their good attributes supersede their bad attributes. And that out of the way, this is the Basement Gaming Nerd signing out. I should pretty much start doing my reviews, more reviews, you guys, and I'll get to that in the future. But in other terms, in my final words, I mean, this is the Basement Gaming Nerd signing out. Have a good one, you guys.